Good morning, happy Vlogmas, day 17. I'm in the car right now. It is pouring because my husband made me coffee yesterday, which was very sweet, but he didn't tell me that we were out of coffee. So I didn't know this morning until I needed coffee, which is rough. And then I looked too, and my dog is out of food. So, Benjamin, if you're watching this, which you're not, you're really great at doing things, but you're not great at remembering that. He's so bad at paying attention to what am I trying to say? To his surroundings. So he will literally walk past the same pile of shit day in and day out. He'll tell you this too, so he's not gonna be mad. But he made coffee yesterday. We were completely out. He knows I drink it every day. Didn't think to say anything. And then he knows my dog eats twice a day. I just happened to look because I know we were running low the other day. But I haven't fed her in a couple of days. So because Benjamin fed her, we fed her. So anyway, now I'm just waiting in the parking lot until the pet store opens in a minute.
Hey yo, it's Wednesday morning. I am currently setting myself up to film a little YouTube video. But before I kind of show you this setup here, I wanted to, I just took a drink of my tea and now I'm choking. I want to mention something that Jessie and I did not touch on in our conversation yesterday, and an opportunity that I think I missed, and so I wanted to at least put that back out there today. I'm gonna talk to her about it. I literally haven't today yet, but you guys will see this, and I wanted to share this with you for all of you couples out there. What I would have liked to say, and then I will say to her today, but ideally would have asked her at the end of our conversation last night, was how can I support you in doing so? So if you missed it, we were talking about her feeling overwhelmed and wanting to, how this is affecting her daily life, her well-being, but also just how she structures her time in her day. So we were discussing what changes she could potentially make. So we walked through those, so go watch yesterday's video if you didn't. But what I should have done as a partner at the end of that conversation, I should have asked her how I could support her in doing those things. So I will ask her that today, but I wanted to add that in. Maybe we'll even be able to add in later in this video or tomorrow or whatever, what her answer to that is. If we're lucky, I'll remember and we'll actually turn the camera on and get that live. But as for right now, oh, look at that fancy light setup. We got a broken light over there too, which Jessie doesn't know about yet. I didn't break it. It was like that. These things have been in transit with us for a couple moves now, so it's pretty fortunate that they're not just destroyed in general. But I'm gonna be filming a video. I actually put up an Instagram post about this the other day. If you don't happen to follow me, you can do that at benjamin.m.fritz on Instagram. But what I'm going to be talking about is, the people that I work with are achievers, but deep down they are very driven to make a difference. They have big hearts and they want to do meaningful work, bing, and they want to make an impact, boom, and for whatever reason they don't feel like they are right now. And so the one, the quick intro to this I'll give you is, for so many of these people like me, people like Jessie, people like my clients, potentially even you, so much of the disconnect comes from identifying so closely with your intellect. And if your brain and mental capacities and faculties have served you really well in your life and have gotten you to where you are, and you've been relatively successful in doing so, of course you have gone all in on this. and not kind of all in on heart and gut. And it's funny because, you know, I talk about these things and I'm all about like woo woo and stuff like that. Like that's fun to play around with. But even if you aren't, like intuition is not woo woo. It is something very, very real. We are animals, and it's something, especially for somebody like me, Jessie, my clients, potentially even you. If you have a big heart and you deeply care about things, you are wired differently, and you cannot continue to view the world through an intellectual lens. This isn't saying, I know y'all get scared about this. I know my clients get scared. I've gotten scared in the past. It doesn't mean that you write off your ability to think through things, to problem solve, to be really intelligent. But it just means that you start giving your heart and your gut more of a say. You're allowing them a seat at the table instead of steamrolling them with your intellect and not allowing them to come into the picture at all. So the quick teaser on this is that's how that gets solved. But go watch the video. Well, I mean, that is if my YouTube channel is up. I'm just starting this, so woo. I'm actually really excited for this. I've been feeling super pulled to it recently, and I am just very, very excited to get this thing up and running. It feels like super aligned with me and kind of my vision for just next steps for not only my business, but me personally. I'm just feeling really pulled to video and, you know, creating community and things like that, which I'm excited at the potential to do that on YouTube. So I'll link that when we have it up. It'll likely be at the end of the week because I'm filming a bunch of stuff today, and then the channel will probably be up, yeah, by end of week sometime. So anyways, we'll see how much of this Jessie keeps in, because now I've rambled for a collective 3 or 4 minutes. So we'll see how much time I get. Later.
Wow, friends. Happy later in the day. I think I checked in this morning. I did get my coffee. The local grocery store by me sells this organic fair trade coffee. It's actually made in like Maine. It's really good. So I eventually got some coffee. I definitely was annoyed with Ben though, more than I needed to be, because I hadn't had coffee yet. So gonna have to apologize to him later. But it is what it is. So it is 2:30. I just got off a call. I've been in like almost 3 hours of meetings today, and I am just now eating. So I am starving. I've also barely drank any water, so my head is killing me. Unfortunately, I get headaches pretty easily when the weather rains. When it rains, I don't know. And yeah, this headache kicked in today, so I'm gonna make myself some lunch and then probably just chill for a little bit to try to get my headache to chill a little bit. I also need to prep some potatoes for tomorrow. So I have breakfast, as we all know. You can see me. As we all know, I eat a lot of potatoes. So I think tonight for dinner, we're just gonna have fish sticks. The brain fog is real today. For leftovers? Oh, wow. Okay. So have to do that. I'm just now realizing too, I edited today's Vlogmas, but I didn't have time to get it up before my meeting. So I need to put up yesterday's vlog for today's Vlogmas. And Cora's pouting because she wants to like be outside, and I don't have time, unfortunately, and it's raining. She would be so mad. She would not want to go outside. So after we talked yesterday, if you haven't watched yet, watch yesterday's vlog, because I was very open about my anxiety and my overwhelm and how I'm feeling. But we went like in depth into it. So this morning I did meditate for like 7 minutes, which was helpful. I'm just feeling overwhelmed. But I think what I need to do today is take a little bit of a break here to eat, to like re-regulate my body, for me, like eating meals late like this just totally messes with how I feel, and I like shake. I'm not shaking right now, thankfully, and stuff like that. So I just don't want to do that to myself anymore. So I'm gonna eat. Then I'm going to upload Vlogmas, and I might just sit down here for a little while. Maybe do some like very basic like emails and stuff. And then I'm going to get back to work later tonight, because right now my head hurts so much that I couldn't write copy. So this is kind of like the side of it that I'm worried about with overwhelm is I get headaches and migraines when I am overwhelmed, and it also can just like beef up some, just like anxiety makes you feel bad, but it also like beefs up some of my thyroid stuff. So yeah, plus it rained, so I feel like I'm a little like nasally today because like my body hasn't adjusted to like North Carolina allergies. And yeah, I'm just like not feeling my best. And it's so strange. I'm so happy. Like I feel good about where I am in life when it comes to, I love North Carolina. I love our house. I love my little family. I love all of my clients, and I'm so excited to work for them, but I'm just very overwhelmed. And yeah, so I'm just trying to learn how to deal with that. Anyway, I've been blabbing. My water is boiling, so I'm gonna eat, but here's little Cora. Hi. Hi. This is my emotional support animal. Yeah, she's so good. She also just wants some attention, as we can see. But anyway, I will check in with you guys in a little bit, and hopefully we'll get up to something interesting. I'm officially on the couch. It is 3:45, and I'm just gonna have to chill for a little while. My body isn't doing so hot right now. I always feel weird talking about this. I feel like unless you have chronic illness, it's really hard to listen to your body, especially when you're an entrepreneur, and like know when you're on the cusp of making yourself sick. And I've just always been one of those people that like works themselves to the point of extreme overwhelm, like you saw in yesterday's video, and then I get sick. So I could continue working the rest of the afternoon, but instead I'm gonna lay here for a little while, warm up a little bit. It's kind of cold today, and try to feel just a little bit better and not worry so much, because any work that I do right now isn't going to be productive. I would rather do stuff from my computer in an hour after I take a little bit of a break. I've been going basically straight since 9 this morning. It's just so interesting. Like when I was working corporate, I was like emotionally drained, but this is like I've just too much mental stimulation, honestly, and I'm just like learning a lot at one time. Anyway, you can just go listen to that in yesterday's video. I'm not gonna re-talk about it all, but this is currently what I'm doing right now. In the past, I wouldn't have wanted to share this because I feel like some people, especially those who have never dealt with chronic illness, can be a bit judgy when you need to take a break. And in fact, I have been that person as well to other people, to my husband, to even myself, feeling like I'm being a baby. But I know my body, and I know that it needs rest right now, and I'm trying to learn how to be kinder to my body and listen to it, listen to her. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna lay here for a little while, and then once I start feeling better, I'll do a couple more things. But my way of thinking is like, if I work through how I'm feeling right now, I'm going to be out for multiple days not feeling well, or I'm going to, go into a flare with my Hashimoto's. But if I take 2 hours in the afternoon to lay down when I'm feeling this bad, then the likelihood of those things happening is much more slim. So yeah, this is also my way of convincing myself that it's okay to do. But it's so hard to talk about this kind of stuff online. I feel like my little corner of Instagram and my podcast are very understanding because they're people who deal with invisible and chronic illness. But I do feel like on other platforms like YouTube, you get like random people that don't even care about your content, that just like are judgmental. So I'm always like uncomfortable talking about chronic illness more on here. But I've had a lot of people tell me that they wish that I would. So I'm going to try to try to be more honest over here about how I deal with chronic illness and having my own business, but even just in general, like laying on the couch on a Wednesday afternoon at 3:45 because my body needs the rest. Otherwise, I'm going to feel so much worse later. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to continue doing that. I had a very productive day today, even if I didn't get everything done that I needed to, because lately it's felt like there's no possible way I could get everything done that I need to. I did what I had to, what was due today. And if I have to work a little bit harder tomorrow or Friday or Saturday, then I will, until things get under wraps. But I will tell you, I am looking forward to having some vacation over Christmas because I just need to rest. My body needs to recuperate. I'm like constantly trying not to cry, and I think I just need to cry. I miss my therapist. Oh gosh. Okay. Anyway, I will check in with you in a little bit later. Having myself a little applesauce with some cinnamon mixed in. This one is fast asleep. Just fast asleep. Ben is actually on a coaching call. He only does like 1 or 2 a month that are this late, but so that's what he's doing. And then I'm watching YouTube. Kind of like I anticipated, the rest of my night has been very lackluster. I answered like a couple of Slacks for a client, and then I did a little bit of like Tailwind Pinterest for another client. But that was like literally all I could muster. So yeah, I'm watching a couple YouTube videos, and I might take a bath at some point. Nothing crazy. My nose ring is like getting kind of infected again, which is annoying. I don't know why that's happening. I use all natural products, so unsure. But anyway, I'm just dealing with my day, taking it as it comes. Some days you don't feel well, and I'm grateful that I am in a position where I can step away if I don't feel well. However, it is just a like wake up sign to pay attention to how stressed I'm getting so that I can take care of that. Just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do tonight. I still haven't bought anything for Ben for Christmas because with me leaving my job, we just don't have like disposable income right now. And there's one thing that I want to get him, but it's like literally like 3 times the price of what we said we would spend for Christmas. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do that or not. And then, hi, Koa. To be fair, it's an experience. It's not just like a gift. So I feel like he would like it. But anyway, she's got both of her ears flipped up. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Oh, are you tired? She's ridiculous. Also, my family is like sending me gifts, and I feel badly because this is again like the 100th year in a row where I haven't been able to get them gifts. So the joys. Anybody else, like, I feel like I've been paying off debt my whole life and I never have any extra income. And now with like, that's a whole other story. But anyway, back to vlogging I go, or watching vlogs I go, and then that's kind of like what we've been up to. Ben, I hope you guys enjoyed his clips. He took some clips from today too, which I wasn't anticipating. I appreciate his help.